What's up, everybody? John Rochetti here. Today, we're heading into Smith's Point Archery. We're going to review a PSE Mach 33. They had awesome reviews on the 2024 bow, so I got a call. I'm going to come down and check out the 2025 33. See how that bow compares to the 2024.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on? How are we doing?
Here we go. What's up? How's life?
Stressful.
Stressful. Yeah, well, that's what we're going to undo today. We're going to undo stress. We're going to have fun. We're going to run around. We're going to play archery games. How's that sound?
Comments.
All right, we'll get a bigger smile on your face yet. All right, guys. Looks like the Anna's a little, I don't know, emotional today. So we're going to have to cheer her up. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about it, but we got to get her smiling. She seems a little, again, mopey. I don't see her that way. Usually she's like singing songs and shit. So we got to figure out what's going on. You see? I told you. All right, we got a little bit of action. All right. All right, we're going lower. Going lower. All right. Just getting this thing started, guys. Obviously, you know Deanna. She's the range manager. I'm John Rochetti. I'm the guy that's supposed to make something out of this video. The reason why we started this is the PSE is one of the top 5 bows, I would say. When you look at the big 5, people always mention PSE in it. Maybe even the top 3. Yeah, would you say that's fair to say?
I'd say top 5.
All right, top 5. Just like you got the big 5 African animals, we got the big 5 bows. So when we try to review things, we try to do things that like everybody knows. And I found out that the PSE 2024 bow was a top pick for outdoor life.
To the 2024 PSE Mach 30 DS, since that was our pick for Outdoor Life Bow of the Year.
And now we're not always looking at Outdoor Life magazines anymore, but it's big online and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do is what they have for 2025. Called up Deanna, she's like, well, why don't we look at the 33? So we're gonna look at the 33 and just say, hey, is it what we thought it would be? Is it, another possible top pick for outdoor life? We're gonna shoot it. She thinks we should shoot it without sights and see what happens with it. Add a little more excitement to our life, but here we go. What's up, Deanna? You ready for this?
Ready.
Let's look at this thing.
So we got the Mach 33.
Okay.
So pretty much same bow as the 30. Need a longer axle to axle. A lot of people are looking for that longer axle to axle, better string angle, stuff like that. So it's gonna have the EC2 cams, which are really super smooth, nice draw cycle. It's a new style roller guard. We got the yoke systems, like we've showed you in plenty of the other videos. Everyone's pretty much going back to a yoke system.
Yep.
So 33 inches, we're getting about 335 feet per second. 25.5 to 30.5 draw length, and then again they come in those 10-pound radiuses for draw weight. So carbon, I think it's 3.99.
Yeah, check it out.
I think it's 3.99, which at a 33 axle to axle carbon bow. So they were the lightest bows on the market. Unfortunately, Matthews came in with, I think the Lift X 29.5 is 3.99, and then Bowtech just came in with another bow that's even lighter than that. So, not so much the lightest, but still 3.9, I mean, that's crazy light.
So, again, guys are carrying bows for long distances. By the time you put all your accessories on it, they're considering, how much it weighs. Again, when I'm shooting at something, I'm not thinking about that much, but long distances, long walks, things like that. Let's shoot it. Let's have some fun. We'll talk about, other things that you normally add to it, and see how this bow compares. Relative to what we've been shooting, how's it going to feel in the hand? We know what the speed's going to be. The brace height is more than 6 on this, so I like it. What do we got set for poundage on this?
60 pounds, 27.5 inches.
Now this
Don't pull back your bow without an arrow at home, fellas.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Now, this is 90% let off, right?
Yeah, 80 to 90% adjustable let off.
Okay. I've never shot a bow with 90% let off. I typically even dial my existing bow down to 75. So holding back and not feeling that back pressure, I might have a little problem with that.
It's hard to let down when you're at full
It doesn't
draw.
feel like anything's going forward.
You feel like you're pushing and you're stuck.
Yep.
So it's definitely an interesting feeling.
And are people coming in and buying this bow because it's got the high let off?
Not even just a high let off. I mean, the EC2 cam is a very desirable cam. People like that it's super smooth on that draw cycle.
Desirable.
Yes.
Right.
Desirable cam for especially people with shoulder injuries. The EC2 is nice, super smooth draw cycle.
It looks like it. It doesn't have any.
Yeah,
like,
it's not super sharp.
you see, that's kind of like a rounded cam. When you get that, high hatchet type cam, you can feel the difference in it. But all right, let's throw some arrows through this. I'm excited to see. Actually, not excited to see. I'm not really good at very high let off bows. So
We'll see.
you might have a chance to.
So I haven't shot this bow in a while, so let's take a shot, see how it feels.
As always, you shoot my thumb release. I shoot my standard little goose here.
Ooh, I haven't shot a compound bow since our last video.
There you go. Super quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about this online, how quiet this bow is. And when you're talking about like quiet stuff, guys and gals, I know a deer ducks an arrow like, I don't know, 750 feet per second. So, no matter how fast these bows are, the sound of the bow might matter more than the speed. Because if a deer hears you, it's over. They're ducking. It's going to be very interesting on the whole. Wow. Yeah. Feels like there's absolutely nothing there.
Try and let down.
I'm not even going to try. I'm scared. All right. Coming out of the hand, arrow coming out of the bow, I should say. Super smooth. I feel a tiny, tiny bit in my hand, but obviously there's nothing on this bow. There's no stabilizer, there's no sight. But how quiet it is and how everything is absorbed by this riser, amazing. Beautiful. Like, I have to say, my first Pope and Young deer, one of my first big buck, was with a PSE. It was a PSE Durango, and kind of fell in love with PSE at that point, and haven't had one in a little while, but with a bow like this, might bring me back into it. All right, one more shot here, and then we'll play a game. All right. Anything else we need to mention about the bow real quick? Picatinny rail?
Yeah, so we got Picatinny rail off the front, integrated spot on the back for the rest. So just like some of the other bows, you have an integrated drop away rest, Picatinny sight mount.
Okay.
The cool thing is when you're tuning on this, so basically like the spacers pop in and out. So these plastic pieces have a tool and you can pop them out and switch in different spacers for that cam lean for tunability.
Nice. So everyone's kind of looking at the best way to tune a bow, and then not having to pull out the axle on this and just kind of deal with these spacers
out.
Very cool. Very smart. And we're looking at $18.99. The bow.
Yeah. So pretty much the same kind of price point as most of these other carbons. You're looking at closer to $2,000 for a carbon bow.
Yep. Well, again, I think that just the way it feels in your hand and how it absorbs shock, things like that. Another thing is, I know that they can use a 2-piece quiver on this bow now. They have insets into the risers. You can see those 2 little marks there. A lot of people take the quivers off, a lot of people leave them on. Just having that option is a big deal. So
another cool option if you're not going to use Picatinny, something that PSE is known for is always having 2 different holes for your sight. So a lot of times bows only come with 1 set of holes for your sight bracket.
I've never seen that.
They come with 2 sets pretty much on all of their bows. So you have that option to kind of move your sight directly on the bow rather than using all of your up-down adjustments directly in the sight adjustments. So it's definitely a cool option. I like that they offer that pretty much on all of their bows.
It's interesting how each bow company sees things and they find a reason to do it, and then other bow companies follow it. I haven't seen that on any other bow.
The more you get to shoot it, the better it feels.
It actually, it's a very comfortable bow. They obviously always talk about the warm.
You're not
grip.
recording?
I think I am recording. I'm recording. The warm grip is great, but I mean, I do like the shape of this. Does it come with a different grip, or is this like what?
No, I believe it's knock-on. Well, I don't know anymore because he switched back to Hoyt. They did make an aftermarket grip.
Okay.
Ultraview actually might make an aftermarket grip. It just makes it a little bit raised.
So I kind of like the position of it. Actually felt good in my hand. So like when my hand lined up with it, I did like it. Again, overall, guys, this is a hammer of a bow. We called it in the top 5 of all the big bows. Super smooth. I felt a tiny jump in my hand, but again, without anything on the bow. And she thought it would be good just to shoot with nothing on it today. So we had a naked bow. Congratulations. But it was good. I like it. I killed my biggest buck. Not quite to date, but my first biggest buck. And it's good. All right. Wonder Twin Powers activate. All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. All right. Here we go. No sights. We're gonna see how this bow shoots. We need one of these. Okay. That's our tic-tac-toe board.
Okay.
All right. So no sights with this Mach 33 that we could be going out to the middle of Wyoming and shooting elk and all kinds of different things. We're gonna shoot it indoors with no sights and a tic-tac-toe board. All right? All right. Let's see if we can do this.
We shall see.
Like I said, when I first came in here, Deanna was a little mopey. I don't know why she was, I could just tell. So we're trying to fix that. So it's nothing,
Rain in here.
nothing like a game of tic-tac-toe. Shoot and analyze the ball as we shoot. Everything's working? Everything's working.
Oh, center. Oh, same square.
All right, so she got blocked.
Ooh, got blocked it.
One more. Now I just hit the middle square, so she's got to hit the bottom to be able to block me from winning the tic-tac-toe game with the new Mach 33.
Ah, same square again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
See that?
knocking me out.
Got knocked in the head, all right?
We're all good. My height's a little low. Did you hit the same square?
I did.
Same.
We come down here to review a PSE. Let's see what happens. All right. I can't believe it went there again.
Mine's probably gonna go to that box too.
All right.
I blocked them.
I think. There's like, how many people work?
How far is high?
How many people work here? Is it 6? So,
About 6.
so about 6. So we got Mario, who went back to Genoa to get some extra pesto. And then we got Paul, who had to get a shot, some rabies shot today. So 2 guys that shoot PSE aren't here today. So we're shooting a bow that they would normally kind of help us out with. We may do a cameo with them later and find them all. But the objective here is there's 6 people that work at this archery shop, and a third of them shoot PSE. So I think that's the most out of everybody, because we got a Hoyt, we got an Elite,
we got
Matthews, and then you got
2 PSEs.
You got 2 PSE guys. So overall, more people shoot this bow in this bow shop, which is probably the highest level bow shop in the area, Long Island, maybe even New York. Highest percentage shoot this PSE. That means something.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I can't win.
No, you can't, but you can stop me from winning.
Oh, there's still hope. We really like the same spot.
I think sights are really good things. It's over.
He wins. I lose.
Over. It really wasn't even that fun beating you on that though. That was harder than I thought it was.
It was way harder.
This is where I'd like to thank Smith's Point Archery for having me. I get to come down here. I get to play with brand new equipment. The manager of the shop is Deanna. The owner's Jeff. Great people. They treat me well. Unbelievable. You ever have some time, come down to Patchogue, check out this group of people. Super professional, nice as can be, and I trust them with my equipment. Yeah, I can do a lot of the work myself, but again, I come down here, the camaraderie, it's a lot of fun. Why don't you come on down, check it out in Patchogue, Long Island.